So I hope most of them have already started their internship, and those who are yet to be assigned any assignment or unable to join the portal or haven't started internship except Joytisco, please raise your hand. So nobody. Okay, so I consider from 3rd of this June month, most of the student has started their internship program. So from 3rd June to 3rd July, this internship will be governed accordingly. And within this 30 days, we will be having 1 week drafting courses. So ultimately, there may be four classes, four different drafting classes. Every week, there will be different class. So from 6th of this June to the 12th of this June, we will be covering one aspect related to the drafting. So today we'll start with the uh, PIL. So we will talk about first of all PIL, and then our objective is to learn how to prepare a draft related to PIL and how it is filed before High Court or Supreme Court. So first of all, we'll start with the Supreme Court PIL, and within this drafting classes till 12th of this June, we will be discussing related to the PIL filing before Supreme Court, along with how drafting petition is prepared and further how it is filed. So any of you have any idea related to PIL can share about it? Any of you? Mariam, do you have any idea?
No, sir.
Mhm. So yes, tell me.
Sir, I had attended a seminar, I guess, in which it was told that Justice P.N. Bhagwati had a lot to do with the introduction of PIL system.
Good. So in this class, whatever I want is to talk more related to the practical aspects than theory, because the theory will be there in your semester two. Even if you join any seminar or any workshop, most of the theoretical part is covered there. And since I'm a practicing advocate, and mostly we are there to the practical aspects and its process, so instead of talking more related to the theoretical part, I will be discussing more the practical aspects, even live drafting classes accordingly. So before that, since we have 20 among maybe 30 to 40 students are there from Jindal Global University. Among them, 20 to 25 students are in the group, and today 9 students have joined. So I need to inquiry those who haven't joined yet, and so that's why I need someone among you to lead the group as a leader. I cannot approach everyone one by one. Even the committee members and the student leaders are there when students join the group or join the program. Then only interaction and communication takes place. But before that, since those who have already confirmed their internship program and are have already joined this group, so I need to make sure whether they are actively participating or not. So today, whoever have joined, 9 students are there. Among them, any of you think that they can lead the group as a student leader? May raise your name so that I can choose the best one. Or in case if they want to think about it, then after this class, please mention their name so that I can select this student for the leadership program. Separate certificate will be granted for the student leader. Okay, I hope you understand this. And let's talk about the PIL. As you know, there's nowhere in the Constitution mentioned about the PIL. Any of you know the full form of PIL? Disha?
Yeah, it's public interest litigation.
Yes. So any petition which is filed before High Court or Supreme Court, and large number of population, large number of people are affected by any of the cause. Tavishi, why are you so late? Okay, no issue. We're starting it. So, since if there's any cause where large number of people are affected, and for that cause, if we file any kind of petition before High Court or Supreme Court, that is meant that we are filing a petition that comes under the public interest. Okay, that is in very general parlance. So, any petition you file before High Court or Supreme Court doesn't consider as PIL, but specifically when you file writ petition under Article 32 at Supreme Court or under Article 226 at High Court. So that's how we can say that the petition is filed. But that petition is meant as PIL only when large number of people are affected by the same cause. So the representation of PIL, representation of petition, is known as PIL. That means large number of people are being represented through that petition. Understood? Secondly, since we talk about filing PIL before Supreme Court, so the general process is uh, there are two kind of people who can file PIL. First, public activist, who any person who thinks that they are serving the people at large, they are doing something for the welfare of the public. They consider themselves as the public activist, and they don't have interior intention or the personal gaining or for the any kind of personal motive. If that person file petition in the form of PIL, that is considered before the Supreme Court. Secondly, any NGO organization or non-profit organization, if that organization file or represent large number of people for their cause, that is also considered by the Supreme Court. But any person who file petition for their own interior motive or self gaining financially or for the popular for being famous, they are mostly rejected by the SC. Even sometimes they are imposed heavy penalty. So first thing should be cleared. Secondly, for filing PIL, either a single any person who is not bearing any title as advocate or litigator, they can file individual basis, or even a lawyer can represent PIL. A large number of community could be represented by the lawyer too. So even a layman as well as the advocate, both kind of individual can represent this PIL before High Court or Supreme Court. Are you noted down all these aspects?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Next is when you think about filing PIL, always have initial research. There are large number of students I have encountered earlier in 2018, 19, and then after COVID. Most of the students they try to file PIL for the specific cause. If there's discrimination, if there is any discriminatory law, so law students mostly think about it and try to retrieve the idea and try to find loophole in the system, in the law, and then it comes as a PIL. So that's why I'm just talking about initially PIL. It is just because the students are there who thinks mostly about to file PIL, and large number of students have already filed PIL even if you find the records. So the only thing is, if you file any PIL, you must have extensive research why the law is negatively affected to the large number of people. Remember one thing that you cannot file PIL if another individual is affecting a large number of people. You cannot file PIL for that purpose. It is only for those if the government is there and the individual is there, another side. So government versus individual, then only we can file PIL. If somebody is there, and suppose there is a leader in the community, and because of that leader large number of people are affected, whether it is a mental cause, physical cause, financial cause, any issue, that is, if those kind of issue arises just because of the particular individual, then we cannot file PI. Then we have to go either for civil remedy or for criminal remedy. But if there's a government, if the government is creating hindrance by their rules, regulations, laws, or directives, then we have to take a stand in favor of public against the government. And that could be done through the writ petitions. Since Article 32 talks about various kinds of writs, so accordingly, wherever and whenever those kinds of writ required, it is generally filed. But for the PIL, a large number of people are affected, and for this general writ, even a single person could be affected. Then only under Article 32, a writ could be filed. Understood this aspect?
Yes, sir.
Any of you have any question in this regard? Yes, please. No question. Okay. So today's topic about which we'll start drafting of PIL is CAA, Citizenship Amendment Act. Okay. So before we start any drafting, we must have prior knowledge about it. Any sort of information if you have, then only you would be able to elaborate. Even in future, if you become a lawyer, and if you have to file any drafting, or if you have to prepare any draft, then to summarize a story, to write the facts, you must be having prior information, depth information, then only you can provide quality content there. So how many of you are having knowledge about CAA? Yes, any of you? I'll start one by one. Yes, Kush Pruthi, tell me.
So not much, but I know that CA was brought in to give citizenship rights to minority communities of some countries, some specific religion. Like Muslim was not there, but the people from Sikh, Christian, and other minority communities from nearby, like neighboring countries from India, were given citizenship because they were not treated well in their country. That's why they were given citizenship in India. So those who came to India before 2014 as illegal immigrants.
Soham, yes.
The same, sir, adding on to his point that those minorities were mainly from Myanmar and Bangladesh, and because India has not signed the Refugee Convention also, and still the government was granting citizenship rights to those communities. Moreover, it caused a full nationwide protest because the government was demanding papers from minority communities like Muslims and questioning their citizenship. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. So over and all, both of you have basic knowledge. Even I hope other students would be having the same knowledge. Let me summarize it. Then only I will assign you some task in this regard. So first of all, we talk about 1950 to 2019. What happened is when the partition took place, those who used to reside in India and those who migrated to Pakistan, there was no such kind of law related to citizenship. Whether those who are who used to reside in Pakistan earlier before partition and after the partition they have migrated to India, and those who are already existing in India, so how could they be identified? So for that, when the constitution was prepared at that time, specifically people used to talk about citizenship act, grant of citizenship through the laws. So various debate took place in 1950 to 1955. Between that, since the partition was on the basis of some time, religion was one of the factor. So the most of the people suggested that even if there is a grant of citizenship, then the religion should be one of the factor to grant the citizenship. So for that, we used to reside. Yes, Arnav, you are the part of this group.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry I joined a bit late.
Mhm. Okay, we are talking about drafting. So for that, the topic is chosen as PIL. PIL includes that is CA. So I'm summarizing a bit about the CA. So from 1950 to 1955, various debate took place, and most of the leaders suggested that even a grant of citizenship should take place on the basis of religion. So those people residing in Pakistan and now after the partition they are migrating to India. At the time of partition they have migrated to India. Among them, only the particular religious people should be granted citizenship. That kind of idea was proposed at that time, but most of the secular leaders opposed it. They said it is up to the people wish whether a Hindu or Muslim or Sikh or Sai, whoever residing in India wish to migrate to Pakistan, it's their choice. Similarly, those who are residing in Pakistan, whether Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Sai, if they wish to migrate to India, it's their choice. We cannot selectively grant citizenship just on the basis of religion. So the Article 14 was included that the equality will be granted to everyone. Article 14 was included, and then Article 15 was included, where it was declared that no law will be enforced or prepared or announced on the basis of religion, caste, sex, then color, or whatever those who are the discriminatory factor. So no discrimination should take place on the basis of law, on the basis of their personal, the belief. So that was defined in Article 15. So it imposes restrictions upon those kinds of law, those which are built, which are enforced or announced for the particular religion or for the particular caste community. So that's why Citizenship Act was prepared and enforced on 1955. So from 1955, it was meant that those who are residing in India or have migrated to India, they will be considered as the citizen of India. But what had happened in 1987, government of India said that those who are residing in India till 1987, or those whose child is born in India till 1987, or at the time of framing the law or amending the law, those who have given birth to any child, the child would be considered as Indian citizens till 1987. So that was the law prepared, that was the amendment took place. But the issue arises for those who migrated or used to reside for the specific purpose from 1987 to till 2003. So most those period were the very unique period, because most of the people, they used to strive to get the citizenship. They used to apply for the citizenship, and most of those who have migrated already after 1987, they were never considered. There's a list of high the quantity of people had applied for this citizenship, and the period was very hard for them. And till then, government of India has analyzed most of the people are residing in India nearby the border, are migrated people, and from the neighboring country, even from the Bangladesh, Afghanistan, Myanmar, Pakistan. So that was the issue. So the government of India prepared some kind of amendment where the illegal migrant was defined. The government of India in their amended laws said that the who are the illegal migrant. It was defined first of all. So they said those people who are minority in in Indian neighboring country, they are not illegal migrant. So who are those? Those are the Hindu, Sikh, Christian, Parsi, and so on. The category was built at that time, and they were known as legal migrant even if they don't have any kind of documents to prove their residency, to prove their citizenship. They were known as legal migrant. So the issue arises with the Muslims, because even if they consider themselves as the Indian citizenship, they have to prove their citizenship. Among them, most if any migrants Muslims are residing in India nearby the border, they have to face the challenges. They have to prove their citizenship by the documents. But also those who are residing in India nearby the border, and they are the real original Indians, Muslim, they also have to prove their citizenship, because there could not be distinction about those who are originally residing in India or those who are the migrant Muslims. So the Muslims had to face this term illegal migrant. After that, this debate took place and various issue arises. And then what happens till 2015? In 2015, the government of India, Ministry of External Affairs, I think, prepared directive principles. That is orders. Order talks about those minorities who are residing nearby the border or residing in India, and they are the migrant. they are the minority, they will be considered for the citizenship. Another directive was there to define who are those, that is Hindu, Sikh, Isai, Parsi, Yahud, and two more category was there. And then another directive was issued in which said justification was given that those migrants who are residing in India, they are mainly poor and in minority people in their own neighboring country like Bangladesh, uh, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. But also they are persecuted minority because if they are residing in their own country, they are being deprived. Their rights are abolished. Their rights are abrogated. So that's why they are defined as persecuted minority. So another directive was issued in which four to five directive was issued by the ministry. So in which step by step everything was defined, and then said those people who are from the neighboring country. So the country was also defined: Bangladesh, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. So from those, any people who are migrating from these countries, they will be granted citizenship. And that's how large number of people, those who are residing in India, Muslims majority people who are residing in somewhere, they had started protest, having protest regarding that this directives or this law, the amendment took place on the basis of religion. And article 15 talks about discrimination should not be happen on the basis of any religion, and there should not be any there should be no enforcement of any law, and there should be equality as per article 50 14. So that's how protest took place. And since the majority of the people, majority of the uh, the members of parliament belongs to the same government, so it was in their hand to pass the law. So in 2019, Citizenship Amendment Act 2019 was passed, and in which it was declared that those who are from six communities, those who are a minority in the neighboring country, those who belongs to Pakistan, Myanmar, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Afghanistan, and those who are persecuted minorities, so they will be granted citizenship. So the only issue was with the Muslims, because this law is totally against of the Muslim. They had to face the challenges even after the CA Amendment Act. They have to challenge their citizen. They have to prove their citizenship. And another factor was the NRC. NRC was one of the factor that was related to each other. So that's how this issue took place. And after 2019, various writ petition was filed in the form of PIL before Supreme Court, because the matter had to reach Supreme Court. So it got sub judice now, and uh, protest, whatever protest had to take place earlier, it had been taken. And since the matter is up to the court, so more than 234 petition was filed, and all those petitions are being led by the Kapil Sibal now. Among them, various organizations, political party, individuals, everyone has challenged it. Now, since the matter is still going on, what we have to do is we have to learn its insight, gain some basic knowledge, and I will divide those who are available in this group. I will divide accordingly. Half, I mean, the quantity of student from the uh, appellant side, complainant side, applicant side, and half of the law students would be from the respondent side. So you have to prepare those who are from the respondent side, they have to justify their amendment acts, and those who are protesting, they have to raise issues, they have to uh, you bring and retrieve the loopholes in the act on the base, and whatever the laws are violated, whatever the acts articles are violated, article 14, article 15, article 16, article 21, article 19. So whatever those violations are with the articles, they have to raise it. So we'll discuss as well as we'll prepare the draft too. But the draft will be prepared mostly from the applicant side, not from the respondent side, because government doesn't prepare any petition, they just prepare a reply. So every time when the petition is filed, the government has to prepare a reply and file it. So it's not a chance to file a reply, but to prepare a draft from the applicant side. I hope you understood this thing. I will be taking class tomorrow, and then I will be. First of all, I would like to know from each of the students, those who are present today. I will be asking questions. I will be asking about this CA. They have to know from 1950 to 2019 what has happened between these durations, what amendment took place. They have to learn it, and then we'll start with the drafting. And after this class, any of you may prepare a list of the students, those who are present today, and then I will divide each student half and half. Then from the respondent side, each students have to prepare their defense, and from the applicant side, they have to prepare on defense. Okay. Any of you have any question, then you can ask. Yes, please. Yes, Soham.
Sir, what would be the role of the respondent in this case? For example, if the protester or the appellant would claim that this law is violative of these articles and uh, this jurisprudence is wrong and
Yes.
how the rights of
So
minority are being breached. So, what will the respondent do in that case?
respondent has to defend it, why the amendment took place, why it is justified that the illegal migrant Tom was excluded from this Citizenship Act, why directive was issued, why is it justified with those who are the persecuted minorities, why they should be given priority for over these Muslims, why should they be granted citizenship, why should they be welcomed to India, and how they are being deprived in their own country, their rights are not being exercised. The government is there to create hindrance for them. So that's why it is. Why is it necessary to amend? Why was it necessary to amend the law, prepare directives, and simply they have to justify it anyhow. Research as much as you can and prepare in such a form that you have to justify it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So I will choose who will be as a respondent and who will be as an applicant. The only ultimately we have to make you understand about this topic, this issue, so that we can prepare a draft. Okay. So I give task to any of you. So you can do one thing. You can send me the list of students available in this group, in this class right now, and then any of you would like to be as a student leader. I need two student as a leader. Okay. So any of you may that is submit their name, and then I will announce. any of name of any two students name in the group as a student leader. Okay, so if you have any question now you can ask, otherwise I'm ending this meeting today and I will announce for tomorrow the timing whatever it is. No question? Okay, then thank you so much. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I'm WhatsApping you the photo of students.
Surely, and Jyotsiko, please be here. Yes, Jyotsiko.
Yes, sir.
Are you? Yes, Sohan. Any question?
Yes, sir. Sir, the timeline for article submission is today, basically. For for my assignment, I had written the article on Word. Can you just check if I've done the referencing right, sir? Can I present my screen?
Okay, the moderator will check it and let you know. Okay.
Okay, no issues if there are some problems with the referencing, sir.
Surely, surely we'll check it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, Jyotsiko, you have to ensure whether you are registered or not on the portal.
The portal, I did register on the portal, but I can check again.
Okay, the link is changed. I will share new link to you. Log into the portal and find out your assignment there on the portal. In case if your assignment is available on the portal, then find out those topics are good enough to write articles on those topics or not. There are the six topics allotted to the students. So all those topics are different to each other. So you can check out your topics available on the assignment section. Six topics are there. Okay, so find out